Welcome back to Cell Culture 101. In today's episode, we'll dive into the fascinating world of 3D cell culture, one of the most exciting advancements in cell culture technology. So, what exactly is 3D cell culture? Unlike traditional 2D cell culture, which grows cells on flat surfaces like petri dishes, 3D cell culture allows cells to grow in a three-dimensional environment. This technique has transformed how we study cells, offering new insights into biology and paving the way for breakthroughs in research and medicine. First, let's talk about why researchers are shifting from 2D to 3D cell culture. While 2D models have been the cornerstone of cell culture for decades, they come with significant limitations. Cells grown in 2D often behave differently than they would in the body, where they interact with complex 3D environments. This can lead to results that don't fully represent real-life biology. 3D cell culture, on the other hand, mimics the natural in vivo environment much more accurately. Cells can interact with each other and their surroundings in a way that closely resembles what happens in tissues and organs. This makes 3D cell culture an invaluable tool for drug testing, disease modeling, and tissue engineering, where understanding how cells behave in a realistic environment is critical. There are several methods researchers use to create 3D cell cultures, each with its own advantages. One approach is scaffold-based systems, where cells are grown on a supportive structure made of materials like collagen or synthetic polymers. These scaffolds help cells organize into 3D shapes. Another method is scaffold-free systems, where cells self-assemble into structures like spheroids, tiny, spherical clusters of cells that mimic tissues. We also have hydrogel systems, which use gel-like materials to create a soft, tissue-like environment for cells to grow. In addition to these, there are other techniques like microcarrier-based systems or bioreactor-based methods, which are especially useful when scaling up 3D cultures for industrial or clinical applications. These methods give researchers the flexibility to choose the best system based on their specific goals. The applications of 3D cell culture are revolutionizing multiple areas of research. In cancer research, 3D tumor models are being used to study how cancer spreads and responds to treatment. For example, spheroid models can replicate the way tumors grow and interact with their environment, providing insights that 2D models simply can't. In regenerative medicine, researchers are using 3D cell culture to engineer tissues like skin, cartilage, and even more complex structures like liver or heart tissue. In personalized medicine, patient-derived cells are grown in 3D to test drug responses and designed tailored treatments. This has been especially valuable in diseases like cancer, where individual patients may respond differently to the same therapy. Even in neuroscience, 3D brain organoids are being used to study brain development, neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, and the impact of drugs on the nervous system. It's no wonder that 3D cell culture is becoming a staple in biotech and pharmaceutical research. Looking ahead, the possibilities for 3D cell culture are incredibly exciting. One emerging technology is organ-on-a-chip systems, which combine 3D cell culture with microfluidics to create miniature, functional models of organs. These systems allow researchers to study how organs interact with drugs or diseases in real time. Another area of innovation is 3D bioprinting, where researchers use specialized printers to build complex tissue structures layer by layer. This could eventually lead to fully functional, lab-grown organs for transplantation. As these technologies continue to advance, 3D cell culture will play a central role in tackling some of the biggest challenges in medicine, from curing cancer to combating organ shortages. Thank you for joining me in today's episode of Cell Culture 101. Stay tuned, this is just the beginning. In future videos, we'll explore more aspects of cell culture, from the basics to cutting-edge techniques. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.